Have you ever realized, for almost 99.9% of human history, every single sunset could have been the beginning of your last night alive? No streetlights, no houses, no flashlights, just endless darkness. And predators that could see far better than you ever could. So here's the question: how did humans survive hundreds of thousands of nights without modern technology? And the answer completely changed the course of human history. For nearly 300,000 years, humans lived in a world without electricity. When the sun disappeared, darkness wasn't just inconvenient, it was terrifying. On many nights, especially when clouds covered the sky, you couldn't even see your own hand in front of your face. Today we fear the dark because it's unfamiliar. Back then, the dark was reality. Imagine standing completely alone after sunset. Every rustling leaf sounds like danger. Every broken branch makes your heart race. Every shadow seems alive. And here's the problem: humans have surprisingly poor night vision. Compared to wolves, lions, or big cats, we were almost blind after sunset. So why weren't we hunted into extinction? The answer was fire, but not for the reason most people think. Yes, fire kept people warm. Yes, it allowed them to cook food. But its greatest power came after sunset. Many dangerous predators instinctively avoided flames. A single campfire created a small island of safety surrounded by an ocean of darkness. And inside that glowing circle, something extraordinary happened. People began talking. Hunters shared what they had learned. Parents taught their children. Elders passed down survival skills. Stories explained storms, animals, stars, and life itself long before books or science existed. Some anthropologists even believe these nighttime conversations helped human language become far more advanced. In a way, the very first classroom wasn't a school, it was a campfire. But here's something most people don't know. Ancient humans probably didn't sleep the way we do today. Instead of one uninterrupted night's sleep, many people experienced what's known as segmented sleep. They slept for several hours, naturally woke up, spent some quiet time awake, then fell asleep again before sunrise. And nobody considered it strange. It was simply normal. During those quiet hours, some checked the fire, some prayed, some talked with family, others simply sat in silence beneath the stars. And speaking of stars, ancient people saw a night sky that most of us will never experience. Without city lights, the Milky Way stretched across the sky like a glowing river. Thousands of stars filled the darkness. But they weren't just beautiful. They were useful. Travelers navigated by constellations. Hunters recognized changing seasons through the stars. Entire civilizations planned their lives by watching the night sky. In many ways, the stars became humanity's first GPS. Even with fire, someone still had to stay awake. While everyone else slept, one or two people often stood guard, watching for predators, watching for rival groups, watching for danger. Taking turns protecting one another made early humans far stronger as a community than any individual. Teamwork became one of humanity's greatest survival tools. But here's another mystery. If caves offered protection, why didn't everyone simply live inside caves? Because caves were surprisingly rare. Many already belonged to bears or other predators. Some flooded during heavy rain, others were too small. Instead, most people built simple, temporary shelters and moved whenever food sources changed. Humans didn't survive because they found the perfect home. They survived because they adapted. And adaptation changed something else. Nighttime may have made humans smarter. During the day, life was filled with survival. Finding food, making tools, collecting water, avoiding danger. But after sunset, there was finally time to think, to imagine, to plan, to create stories, to laugh, to dream about tomorrow. Some researchers believe these quiet nighttime conversations helped human intelligence grow over thousands of generations. The better people communicated, the better they cooperated. And the better they cooperated, the better they survived. Darkness also played tricks on the human brain. Have you ever noticed how ordinary objects seem frightening at night? There's a scientific reason. When your brain can't clearly recognize something, it fills in the missing information. A moving shadow becomes a monster. A distant howl becomes something supernatural. Glowing eyes between the trees become pure terror. Many ancient myths may have started from completely ordinary events, seen through darkness. But despite all its dangers, night also offered incredible beauty. The moon illuminated entire landscapes. Meteor showers crossed the sky. The Milky Way shined brighter than most people today have ever seen. The moon even became one of humanity's earliest calendars, helping people measure time long before written history. So, what did ancient humans really do at night? They gathered around fire, shared knowledge, protected each other, raised children, watched the stars, created stories, built trust, planned tomorrow, and strengthened the social bonds that eventually gave birth to civilization. It's strange to think about. We often imagine human progress happening during the day, but some of the most important moments in our history happened after the sun went down, because the night wasn't simply something our ancestors survived. It was where humanity learned to become human.